Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. I want to show some things, but unfortunately, there was difficulties that I experienced. I want to start with testicles. Obviously, it's a male exclusive part. Why am I talking about testicles? It's because I'm going to talk about sleep. You may ask, what's testicle has to do with sleep? But there's a study that I read that a young male that sleeps 4 to 5 hours a night has smaller testicles that's the size of someone a decade older than them. So if you deprive of sleep, you lost a lot of testosterone. That's why your testicles are smaller. You may be asking, what's so important about sleep? Have you ever studied late at night and you feel that something you're studying this can get inside your head?
Yeah.
That's happened all the time, right?
Yeah.
The test is tomorrow, you have no time other than the night before to study. This is actually very important about the sleeping part of it. Because sleeping has to do with the memories inside your head. It's connected to the memory, it's a storing unit in your head. So if you want to remember, or you at least want to study something, you have to sleep after or and before the studying process. That's why before we study, you sleep. That's to restore the memory inside our head, right? That's why if we study as long all night long, the memory from our studying process doesn't get stored in our head, right? We forget things easily. The sleeping before the studying part is to refresh our head from the day, because obviously you don't just stand around and do nothing. You do something. And that restore your brain so that it's ready to remember the subjects that you study. You're studying, and the step after, like I said before, is to save the memory in our heads. Right? You're also asking, what's the other effects of deprivation of sleep in our lives? For example, we all know Alzheimer, maybe, or dementia.
Hey, sit down, please.
These are related to memories, right? This is what happens if you don't sleep enough. You're deprived of sleep, right? The memories don't get stored properly in our head, so that's we forget. That's why we forget everything, right? This also for women. For men, I talked about testicles earlier. For women, it's more to their face, to your faces, ladies. They get looser easily. You look much older, about 5 to 10 years older than you should look if you got enough sleep, right? That's why we need to sleep. The other thing that is important for us is our lives. We spend about 25 to 30% of our lives sleeping. That's not a lifestyle. That's not an option. We have to sleep 25 to 30% of our lives so that our body can function properly. Because sleeping is like a reset on our body. You have a lot of activities during the day, and on the night you have to recharge yourself like a phone, right? You can just play on your phone all day, all night, and you end hoping it will be just fine. Of course not. Your phone will break. That's also what's gonna happen to our body, because it's like I said, a recharging mechanism for our physiology. And then maybe you're asking, like, how to sleep for hours, like ourselves as students, because we have a lot of anxieties and a lot of thoughts that can get out of our head at night. My suggestion is this. First of all, we have to know about the condition of human body to go to sleep and to stay asleep. But first of all, that your room has to be dark. dark, no noise, and the most important one, cool. Because your body, in order for it to stay asleep and to well sleep, you have to lower your temperature by 2 degrees Celsius. That's why if we sleep in someone's houses in a hot or a cold condition, the cold condition is it's easier for us to fall asleep, right? And the next one is you have to create a good habit. Obviously, it's hard for us to sleep on 9 p.m. every night because we have different schedules, different condition on during the day, and different mood, even physical energy. But in order for us to go to sleep well every night, so that we are rejoiced the next day, is the first one is obviously setting a sleeping schedule. That's providing you important schedule for you to go to bed and go to sleep. Even though you can just stay away and go to bed, you can just hang around in your room, right? In order to make this habit work, you have to be used to be in your room at, let's say, 9 p.m. every night, right? So that when you're trying to sleep, you don't feel weirded out about it, and you can proceed to your sleeping phase. But as we all know, all the time, we play with our phones too much. That happens also during nights when we're trying to sleep. We scroll on our phone, we scroll on our TikToks, on our bed. Actually, that's a bad habit because our brain thinks that our bed is one of its playgrounds. That's causing the brain to not enter a pre-sleeping mode. So your brain cannot shut up. Your brain cannot quiet down for a little bit when you try to sleep, right? My advice to that is do not play with your phone when you try to sleep on your bed or near your bedroom at all. So that your brain can think, your brain relates your bedroom to the sleeping activity and makes your brain easier to sleep. And I'm talking about sleep all the time like it's important because it is. If there's a study conducted, let's say if we sleep 4 hours a night, our metabolism system, our physical appearance look older, 10 years older than our age now. So also that if you deprive of sleep, your body doesn't work properly as well the next day as if you get enough sleep, right? And then it's also known that people with 4 to 5 hours a night of sleep live less long than the people with 6 to 5 hours. That's not sleeping, just 4 or 5 hours. It's not like they don't sleep all night and they go an all-nighter. They sleep, but only for 4 to 5 hours. If you can imagine if you don't sleep at all, what will happen? The aim for us is to fix our sleeping schedule to 5 to 6 hours a night, so that our body is recharged tomorrow and our physiology and our muscles are rejoiced for the next day. And the next time you try to sleep, please try to implement my suggestion before. Try to sleep at night. Oh yeah, one more thing. Why is sleeping at night time is more important than the day? You know why? Because during the day, there are sunlight outside. Even though you're in a dark room, it still affects like kind of your brain. It knows when there's sun outside, so it doesn't have sleep a good as sleep as if you're sleeping at night. It's also noisy outside, so it's not very good for your brain because it knows whether it's supposed to sleep or not. Like the point before, I'd like you to try my sleeping advices, like the dimming of the room, the cold temperature of the room, and then, oh yeah, one more thing, take a cold shower before you try to sleep, because too cold can burn you down and cause yourself to relax more and make you sleep easily. And that's all for me. Thank you and have a good night and have a good night's sleep.